I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats at the exhibition of Queer Outlaw Cinema at the TIFF Bell Lightbox in downtown Toronto. I'm here with artist Scott Treleaven. How does it feel to have your film commissioned by TIFF here at the Lightbox?
It's a huge honor. I'm kind of humbled, actually. I sort of look at the wall and I see the names of 4 other artists that were a huge inspiration to me when I was growing up. To kind of be included amongst them in this context, it's kind of incredible. So I'm really happy.
Tell me a little bit about your relationship with Derek and how that inspired your work.
Oh, okay. Well, when I was 19, I was a film student. I dropped out of film school and I moved to London. And I literally bumped into Derek one afternoon while walking through Soho, and I said to him, "Oh my God, you're Derek Jarman. You know, I'm a Canadian film student, but I don't want to talk to you about film. I want to talk to you about the books you wrote." And he said, "Oh, thank God. Just, you can come with me," because he had started to go blind in one eye because of the AZT he was taking for his HIV complications, and he said, "Come with me and you can stop me from wandering into the street." So I spent an afternoon with him, and he told me to not make films. He said he was very disillusioned with the way cinema was going and with film as a medium in general, and he encouraged me to go to art school and not to film school. And it was one of those days where you often hear about people having these kind of flashes of inspiration that changed their life, and it took me years to realize that was one of those pivotal moments that kind of changed the direction of my life forever. And so this film that I made, Picture Yourself in a Burning Building, is a way of kind of, Derek died 2 years after I met him, and is a way of kind of continuing a conversation that got really brutally truncated, and also kind of looking at the thousands of lives that were also kind of the stories that were kind of cut short within that. So in the film I use the ends of Super 8 rolls as they run out and create these sort of bursts of light to kind of establish this analogy for these lives and stories that are kind of truncated and cut short. So I know Derek was probably one of the most influential artists to me, to the way that I work, and his dictum to not make films I took to heart, and since then I've sort of let the films make themselves. I mean, I'm predominantly a visual artist. I don't usually work in film so much anymore, and so when Noah Cowan approached me and offered me this commission, it was the perfect circumstance.
And how are you hoping the community, gay and straight, responds to the exhibit during World Pride Week?
Well, it's funny. Someone was just asking me about the role of the outlaw, and whether it's an antiquated notion or how this particular exhibition will function. And I think when a person realizes that they're queer and realizes that something innate, like in the core of their being, is so correct, but society has said it's wrong or it's abnormal, all these kind of negative connotations. When you realize that society is actually incorrect in their opinion, and that you actually hold some innate truth in yourself, it creates a line of questioning where one starts to examine, what else have I inherited? What else have I been led to believe that's inherently false? And that moment of waking up is, an incredible moment of sophistication. This is like civil disobedience 101. And so I think people seeing this will realize that, these artists, and myself and my own interests, are kind of positing other ways of living and other ways that society can move ahead, other than just constantly replicating the same old mistakes or same old dead ends.
And where is the best place for us to find out more about you and your work online?
Well, a quick Google will probably yield up a variety of incarnations that I've gone through, from the days when I used to do zines to making sort of like punk rock kind of collage style artwork. But if you Google my name and go to scotttreleaven.com, it will take you to one of my gallery pages in New York, and they have a list of like all the stuff that I'm up to.
Well, thank you so much, Scott, and congratulations on a tremendous exhibit here.
Thank you, Kate. It's a pleasure to meet you finally.
Thank you.